Hey guys, I've actually been out here farting around for a good part of the day. But rookie me didn't record any of it. Feel like it might actually be better material for a live, but I'm four videos in. Let's take this slow. For any of you that are curious, I figured out the issue with the Rangers tailgate. I tried to do the extruded nuts. I didn't even film that. I just wanted to test the theory, and so I didn't have to make a video for nothing. And it's just not going to work. I did, however, find out that I believe they're called cage nuts. Ford used them a lot in the 70s, 80s. I don't know if other manufacturers did so much or not. But anyway, it kind of is what it sounds like. It's a little square nut in a little sheet metal cage that like clips in. So, because I was looking up every way to figure out how to get a thread insert into a square hole, and it was just coming up empty-handed, and then I found those. So, anyway, got a set of plug wires coming for the Ranger in the morning. I've got the distributor cap, rotor, plugs. I just need the wires. So, we'll get that done one of these days, make a video on it. Get back to a little bit more working on a car content instead of walking around the shop talking about stuff. These are my new shop lights. I'm in the process of, I got them up in here. And then the other day I got a set of them put out in the barn. They're kind of chintzy. So what I'm doing is I'm screwing them to a board and then putting them up as one unit, so it's like an 8-foot fixture. But at the moment I'm just trying to getting stuff moved around. The drill press has gotten some loving today. Greased it up a little bit, repurposed some actually bed bolts from an old 70s Ford to clamp down my vise. Put a new light bulb in it. Retension the belts, just basic stuff like that. I mean, nothing massive. But just kind of, I'm actually in the process right now. I want to get the drill press taken from over here. It's actually next to my blast cabinet, which you can't see in this particular frame. But I want to take my drill press and I want to put it over here by the hydraulic press. And then I was actually watching a video online. It was an old Bleepin' Jeep video. It was like 4 years old. I didn't even recognize the guy. In fact, I don't even know if Matt had it yet. But anyway, he was talking about some ways to kind of up your game on some of these hydraulic presses. So I think I might toy around with some of that. He was talking about adding a pneumatic ram, getting rid of the little T-valve, and putting like something you can operate just with your fingers on it, so you don't have to keep track of that silly bar. And there were a few other modifications that he made for it, which will require a welder. On that note, I have secured myself a welder. I don't fancy myself a fabricator by any stretch of the imagination, but I have had a little bit of experience welding, and I learned pretty quick. So who knows? That may go somewhere, and we're going to find out. Okay, so first of all, well, maybe not first of all, but this stuff needs to kind of scoocheroo. And of course, that's like right in the way. So we're going to take all these levels. Losing an eyeball. Kind of remains to be seen here. That is noisy. Noisy, noisy. Okay, well, that's just going to come cleaning down, and that is what it is. Not everything always goes well. So, but that gets it out of the way for the moment. I'm sure that was amusing. Okay, so I want to take all of that stuff and move it over here. And this is definitely not the final rendition of this shop. This is just me trying to make space more usable. Okay. Put a screw in the wall there. Where's my... I have ordered a couple of little microphones, the guys that go on your hat or your collar, or I guess wherever you want to put this silly thing. And I ordered a little tripod accessory goodie bag. It comes with a little handheld unit. It comes with, and it's all for a phone. It's not for, I do have some other stuff in the works as far as better filming gear. But with a phone, obviously I can just upload that directly to the internet. When I get better filming gear, that has to go to a computer, and then ultimately I'd like to figure out how to do the editing, or just get better at making videos so they don't require a lot of editing. And then that would go into the software, and then the software would then upload it to the internet, and I don't have all that stuff at the moment. So I'm trying to do what I can with my phone and try to make it not suck. So I'm hoping that with a few more options, ways to hold the phone, ways to bring it with me, stuff like that, and a little better sound quality with the microphones, I'm hoping that that'll serve the purpose, at least for now. Okay, what are you? Ooh, spiky lug nuts that I'm probably never going to put on anything ever again. I had them on my 79 Ford. Really can't see that very well, huh? I mean, nothing you probably haven't seen on eBay before. But I had them on a 79 Ford F-150 standard cab short bed 4x4. Lifted, I think collectively it was about 10 inches on 39.5s, 15x12 Mickey Thompson wheels. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So normally I wouldn't like that kind of stuff, but they looked really neat. All right. find homes for all this junk that has decided it lives on the hydraulic press. Which for right now, home is just gonna be right there, which is fine. Okay. Here's all my clamps. I need to figure out, I don't know if you can see them from there or not. I need to figure out some wall mount storage for my jack stands. I've got two different styles. They're both 10 ton, 20 ton, I'm not sure. They're fairly substantial jack stands. Block of aluminum. Okay. That can just go in the scrap bin for now. Tire gauge somewhere where I'll be able to find it. Tire gauge, little torpedo level. It's always good to know where it's at. And then my 2-foot level right there on the side of the toolbox. And I keep these little straws that come with brake cleaner or PB blaster. Because you never know when they'll come in handy. Okay. So I think I want the drill press on this side. That's gonna be gone. So once again, I need to move my Jeep doors, because I just don't know where to put them to where they'll be out of the way. Okay. Put my solid doors back on the other day because I put my new soft top on and you needed to use the, I don't know, I might not have needed to put the hard doors back on, but anyway, I wanted to put a heater in it to help soften everything up. So ultimately the heater ended up doing a considerable amount of good. This area over here looks terrible. Okay. We want to move that. Okay. Over to there. Take the piece of wood. Okay. Man, is that gonna leave me run? Should, I think. Have I tried this before and it didn't work? Alright, well. Let's just keep her moving and do it one step at a time. And if I move it all the way over there and it doesn't work, then you guys can laugh at me. Or like and subscribe. That would work too. Alright. And don't tell my wife I know how one of these works. All right. So, oh, is there any way to do this without just making a god-awful racket? Probably not. Let's just walk it over there. Hey, the vise isn't falling off. Okay, now I did forget one tiny little detail. Shelf has to come down before the drill press can go in. Little wipe down. My grandfather bought this thing before I was born. I was born in 1988. He probably bought it in the late 70s, early 80s. And it wasn't a quality machine then. But not quality then is kind of mid-grade by today's standards. So it's actually not a bad little drill press. Okay. Need to make some room for the fluids that are on this shelf. That's my kind of random, that's a little bit of gear oil left over, but you know, I can't bring myself to, well, I shouldn't bring myself to, it's just, that's wasteful. I mean, because there's, how much is in there? 100, what is that, milliliters? Yeah, milliliters. A little over 4 ounces. So, I mean, that's, you know, that's a top off on a rear end or something like that. And then this is my, I think this is my mystery jug. This is, whenever I have motor oil left over, or not left over so much, but like, you know, you don't want to sit there and wait for it to drip into the engine. You just dump it out and whatever, and then you let it sit. Well, I'll take them and I'll drip them into this. Whatever the weight, whatever the whatever. Gas oil, diesel oil, all new, but just kind of all mixed up. So, you know, when I bring a project home and I check the oil and it's a little bit low, instead of wasting good brand new stuff, I'll just give it a little glug of this. Just so it's got some lubrication, but you know, I'm not burning good motor oil on an engine that may or may not run. Okay. Oh, I need to get that scrap bucket out of here. Well, what I need to do is get it hauled off the scrap, which would be a novel thought, right? Take scrap to scrap. Okay. Oh, that's Dexmerk. What is this? Premium ATF. I don't even know. I've got type F coming out of my ears. I had a whole bunch of it when I had my old 79. Well, actually, I've had it longer than that. Because let's see, before my 79, and we're going back a few years here. The first one was a 78 Bronco. That's what got me addicted. And then after that, I had a 78 F250. I don't think there was anything in between. And then I had a 72 F250. And then I had my 79 F150. And then I had, got to be missing something. Seems like I've had more. And then I had my 79 F1, my other 79 F150, the short bed that I described a minute ago. Of course, that one was a manual, so I didn't have any need for ATF. But yeah, so I got a bunch of Type F tranny fluid, and I don't really know what to do with it. Okay, and this is ATF plus 4. I gotta figure out what this stuff is. What the heck is this? Premium ATF. Suitable for use in transmissions requiring Dex 3 Mercon performance level. So it's Dexmerc. It's the same thing as that. It's Dexmerc. Okay. That works. This, however, is not the same. So many different kinds of transmission fluid. I don't get it. Okay, this is transmission fluid for the Jeep. Which I guess for right now can just go here. Tranny fluid for the Jeep. God, can I say that? Non-gender shift juice. Isn't that the PC term for it now? Okay, power steering fluid. Leaking all over the place. Here, let me clean that oily jug off with a oilier rag. Okay, now that, I think, apparently I really jammed that in there. Nothing a dead blow won't fix. Except for relationships, you probably wouldn't be too grateful if you hit her with a dead blow. Unless you hit her hard enough. Joking. Okay, take these screws out. Garbage. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Thought I had that out more. Alright, I think I can get it with my fingers now. There we go. Alright. So there's that. Oh yeah, I don't want to save those screws anyway. I broke them off. Okay, so now let's see if we can walk this guy back into here. Oh yeah. Okay. Move that over a little bit. Oh, goodness, they touch. I don't like it when my vegetables touch. Okay. So I think now you can probably see the, well, actually, no, you can't really. Anyway, I got my vise mounted there. So now that guy is sitting there cozy, and that leaves over there. This, quick wipey. All right. So now, what are the plans for this guy? I almost wonder if I could add some additional shelving in this cabinet. I don't remember what's in there. Get this out of here. So for anybody interested, you might have heard me mention my Jeep earlier, or if you were paying attention, saw its rear end poking out from behind the Ranger in the video. We were messing with the tailgate, but I've got a 2000 TJ. I think it's got about 4 inches of lift on it. It had a Pro Comp kit, which left a bit to be desired as far as the geometry driving down the road. So I put some Core 4x4 front lowers on it. They're adjustables. Take it up, get an alignment, see if that helps mitigate any of those issues. Definitely not the only thing I've done. We've done a new track bar, we've done new ball joints, we've done new outboard U-joints, we've done new, what else have we done? Basically the entire front end's new. We haven't rebuilt the internals of the front axle, but all of its extremities are brand new. I just put a Rampage frameless soft top on it, which is a relatively affordable soft top. I'm pretty happy with the quality. I've watched a few videos, 5-year review, 8-year review, and they do wear, but they're also not $1,500. What else have we done to it? Put rock sliders on it. Put a winch on it, put a Badlands 12K Apex on it. Got that all wired in. Actually wired it in, didn't just sit it there for decoration. Because of interference with collectively it was, the winch was hitting the bumper. It's got an aftermarket Fabtech little front bumper on it, like a little stubby. But then I needed a new steering gear, so I put a PSC steering gear in it, and they're only offered in a 4-bolt configuration, but we drilled and we couldn't catch the 4th bolt hole because the bolt coming down through the frame that holds the sway bar on the top of the frame was like right in the path of where we needed to be. So we ended up moving the sway bar back an inch, which allowed us to get that 4th bolt in the PSC steering gear, and then consequently moved the winch back far enough. We were able to shift it back far enough to where it was no longer interfering with the bumper. I definitely would not have gone to all that extent if it was simply because the winch was hitting the bumper. I probably would have found a different solution. And that was actually done at a friend of mine's house. I did not do that myself. I am trying to get geared up a little better here to where I've got more space to work on things. Try to get a little more on the, I don't want to say fab because I'm not a fabricator by any means, but be able to do some of those little projects. This bumper needs tweaked, this bar needs to be bent a little bit and moved and welded back in, stuff like that. But and then maybe eventually start welding for other people, who knows. But I'm not going to do that without certifications and other legalities taken care of and all that fun stuff. Okay. A whole bunch of stuff. This back here. This is actually my soldering iron. It needs to be over here. Well, I can sit right there for now until I can actually get in there. Okay. All right. Now that I just put all that fluid over there, I'm going to change my mind and put it over here. Will those big jugs fit? I think this is the tallest one. Will they fit on that shelf? Of course they won't. Why would they? That would be ridiculous. Okay. Well, I don't know if that accomplishes as much as I wanted it to then. Working with a very small space and trying to only keep the necessities, but not getting carried away and throwing away goods, things that I'll need in the future, but not just keeping everything for sake of keeping everything. You know what I mean? Okay. Now I think the only way to get back in there is pretty much the way I did it before. Start with the ATF4. And I don't even remember what half of this stuff is for. I think the ATF4 is for my Subaru. Okay, there's the ATF plus 4, or ATF 4. I guess it does say plus 4. And then I think the Ranger's transmission takes Dexmerk, I believe. I know a lot of people are going to be like, it takes 8090 or 7580 or whatever, 7590 or whatever it is. But I guess it can take either. When I had my 91 Ranger when I was younger. Oh, there's another unopened one. I had a 91 Ranger when I was younger. And when I serviced the transmission, it said that it called for ATF, and what came out of it was gear oil. So I took the top off, took the drain plug out, hosed it all out, and then let it drip dry real good, and filled it with ATF, and frankly couldn't tell a difference. And that truck went on to live well, I wrecked it and burned the clutch out, and then traded it to a friend of mine as a project for his niece, I think. So that truck probably went on to live 350,000 miles. Easy. That thing was an animal, and I was not nice to it. I beat the crap out of that poor thing. Okay, now we determined that this is all the same stuff, I think. Oh, just Dexmark. So those are going to go right there. Okay. That's all Dexmark, and of course the stuff that I wanted to fit in there won't fit in there. So, well, some of the shorter ones will this is GL4. I think, yeah, GL4. Nope. Why would it? That would be ridiculous. That would just be, if something worked, I would just, I'd have to just give up, because that can't happen. Why would things work? All right. So what I need to do is install that silly thing so I can stop moving it around. It's a skid plate for my 2016 Ford. But it's been a little wet outside, and I haven't been terribly excited to crawl around in the mud to install it. Okay, and this is just my mystery jug, so I'm not really concerned about it having a dedicated home. It can just do what it does, float around. Let's see, have we made progress, or have we just blathered on for 45 minutes about nothing, basically? Trying to get the dimension of this sign, because I'm thinking it might be cool to have it as the backdrop there behind the drill press and the hydraulic press. Ooh, it will fit too. That would be pretty cool. Probably not going to do that on camera because it's up there and awkward, and basically all you'd see is my largeness in the camera, and I don't think anybody wants that. Okay. I probably say okay a lot. Need to figure out a good place to. I got a spot up there on the wall that I'm thinking about putting my Jeep doors, but I would need some hooks to hang them on, and I don't have any at the moment. Here, pardon me while I fall and die. Okay, this is my pile of interior Jeep parts. Me and my niece the other day just fixed I made my own hinge there on the center console piece. I just had a piece of piano hinge laying around and thought to myself, what the heck, why not? So, oh man, what can I put where? I'm trying to visualize what needs to go. Like, that's a bucket of scrap metal, that's a bucket of scrap metal. Trying to visualize what, I mean, because that whole pile there is project parts. Trying to visualize what won't be here anymore to try to get a better feel for. Move that crate so now I can put the soldering iron. You know, well, maybe. I thought there was room in there. Well, hang on, let me. This. I don't want to put that on my coffee because that would be gross. Put that there, that there. And I think that can stand up. Hey, look there. I did something. I do like having the fluids in this cart though, in or on. Right now it's a couple of tools. Actually a really cool vintage sewing machine. That's my wife's. That needs a little bit of loving. I got it, it works. It's actually pretty neat. It's an old, it's a white, oddly enough, turquoise in color. Kind of that old hammered finish. Pretty cool. But took me a while to find a pedal that was old enough for it because all the new pedals have all the electronics in them, and I basically just needed one that was a wire in, wire out, or 2 wires in on a rheostat, and that's all it needed to be. And then, so anyway. Well, I'm kind of at a stalemate here. I need to get one of these 8-foot light fixtures put together, which, I mean, on camera would be about as exciting as watching grass grow. As you're all thinking, yeah, look at the rest of the video. But I promise, guys, I'm getting there. I'm trying to get a little bit better sound equipment, a little bit better camera equipment. I'm right on the cusp with so many of these projects. Like, I've got part A and B, but I don't have part C, or part A and C don't have B. Like the tune up on the Ranger. I've got everything, but I don't have the spark plug wires. We're getting those tomorrow. So there's some momentum there. So I think I'm going to go on ahead and say peace out. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell so you get the notifications when I post. You know, go wander around your shop or watch me wander around mine. But it's coming. It's going to get better. There's going to be more automotive content. I still do want to do some stuff like this. Maybe have a little bit more of a plan. This is just kind of a wandering around on, what is today, Tuesday? I'm on Christmas break, so I work for a school. I'm on Christmas break, so I don't even know what day it is. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit the bell, tell your friends. Have a good one, guys. Bye.